everyone, welcome back to another episode of Tastefully Balanced. I'm Miriam, and for today's Instant Pot recipe, we are making some Desi style macaroni in the Instant Pot. And one trick I'll show you guys will have you very, very excited to cook more Desi items. It's a meal prep hack that I learned about, and it's made in the Instant Pot, and it'll make this recipe a breeze. So if you guys love Instant Pot recipes, please subscribe and keep watching. All right, welcome back. So before we get into the recipe and get into the live demonstration of making the recipe, I wanted to share with you a hack that I learned, and that is making an onion masala ahead of time to put in your Desi dishes. And so how I make this, it's a very simple and it's made in the Instant Pot, but I just add some oil to my Instant Pot. Then I add a ton of onions, 6 or 7 to be exact, just yellow onions that I've diced up. Be prepared to cry a little, but you just dump it right into your Instant Pot on the saute mode, and then you just saute it for at least 20 to 30 minutes. Now that is the longest part, I understand, but the longer you cook the onions, the more delicious your onion masala gets. It gets more caramelized, you get a lot more flavor out of it. So I do suggest that you do it for the full 20 to 30 minutes, and it'll be absolutely worth it. Then you add in your tomatoes. Now I've added Roma tomatoes fresh, but you can also use 2 cans of diced tomatoes, whatever you have on hand. It's very, very flexible. And then you just add in some ginger and garlic. Now I just diced it all up. I used my mincer for the garlic and I just chopped up the ginger by hand. All right, and then you just let those tomatoes cook down a little bit, probably 5 to 6 minutes. After that, you add in some masala, very, very simple masalas, just cumin, coriander, a little bit of turmeric, and a little bit of cayenne pepper and paprika. That is all. Add it in, fry it for a couple more minutes, just so that all the masala is mixed around with the onions. Then you close your lid on your Instant Pot, make sure that the top is on sealing, and you just cook it on high pressure for 5 minutes. That is it, you are done. After that, you just open it up. If you want it to be more of a paste, use your immersion blender. A lot of times I kind of like it being chunky, but in my case, I wanted to have a smooth paste. Now, since all of that is done, what I like to do is I set aside a little bit for this recipe, but then I take the rest, put it in little cupcake silicone liners and freeze it. And I freeze it in about 1/4 cup batches so that I have them ready to go in the freezer for any of my Desi dishes. This makes dishes so incredibly flavorful. You don't have to always sit there and cook the onion and garlic fresh. If you're tight on time, just add it into your curry, add it into your soup. This is just a flavor bomb. I love having it in my freezer just to pull out whenever I want. So that is my tip for today. Now let's get started with the live demo of the Desi macaroni. All right, so now that you know how to make the onion masala, I'm just gonna share with you what to do to make this Desi style macaroni, and then you will be all done. So I have my Instant Pot on the saute mode, and to the Instant Pot right away, I'm just gonna add some water. Oops. All right, and then you just dump in the rest of your ingredients. So macaroni, I just have this 1/2 bag left. Gonna dump that right in. I've got my frozen veggies here. You can use whatever type of veggies you want. This just makes it even easier just to have it frozen and diced in the freezer for you. And then I've got my onion masala right here that is nice and warm that I shared the recipe. All right, dump. That's about 1 cup of the onion masala. Perfect. And then a couple of extra spices. So salt and pepper, of course you should taste at the end for additional salt. And then this over here is garam masala and then cayenne pepper. Dump that all in. Give it a good mix. Make sure that all of the macaroni is under the water as much as you can. All right. And now you're just gonna close your lid and cook this on high pressure for about 4 minutes. So I'm gonna actually do 3 minutes. So just on the manual pressure, I'm gonna do 3 minutes. And that's it. I'll show you guys exactly what it looks like when it's done. All right, so my Instant Pot beeped and I did open it to just make sure that the steam escapes and that my macaroni doesn't get mushy. So now that it's cooled down a little bit, this is what it looks like. Gonna give it a good mix. All right. Should have added a tiny bit of water, but you just want to make sure that your macaroni is covered in the liquid. So you have to play around a little bit with your ingredients and then just see how it kind of lays out. So that is it. Now I'm going to go ahead and serve a little bit up on my bowl. Oh, yes. And honestly, making that onion masala ahead of time just cuts down on the prep time so much more. You saw that I just dumped everything in and that was really it. So now let's go ahead and give it a little taste test. There you go. Ooh. This is so good, perfectly spiced, a little bit on the spicy side because the onion masala and then, you know, just the other masalas that I added, but you can kind of adjust it and play around with the ingredients so that you make it to your liking. But this is delicious. The pasta is cooked perfectly al dente, and this came together in what, like 10 minutes, including prep time. So if you guys love easy weeknight menus like this in the Instant Pot, please comment, like, share, and subscribe. And as always, live life tastefully balanced.